Hello, 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 and welcome to another edition of the Bombers Blitz Instant Reaction Show. Yes, I am here because BYU has just put paid to another University of Utah team that we kept hearing and have been hearing that they're the best in the business in this neighborhood. And I think BYU has proven time and again that, yeah, it's a little bit more than just showing up and looking tough. Street fights don't always get won by the guys who are dressed the, I don't know, dopest, I guess. Blue isn't the most dressy of aggressive colors, but the royal blue under the lights at LaVell Edwards Stadium, forget about it. This game, it could have been a 17-point game. It ends up a 3-point game. At the end there, they gave up a last-ditch sort of very quickly pressed together drive. But at the end of the day, Utah, I'm going to put this in my headlines. I don't think anybody is going to join. I am going to open up phone calls, though, for you guys. But BYU has defeated the mighty Utes of Utah. 27, 23, 24. I picked 26, 23. That was what my guess was at the beginning. Right about 3 hours before kick, I said it was going to be 26, 23 BYU. 24, 27 is pretty darn close, I think. I kind of know my boys, and I know what the limitations are that Utah has. And at the end of the day, what I said in the offseason, everything about Devin Dampier can be schemed if you have the right personnel. You can beat him. It's not a knock on Utah. It's not a knock on Utah's offensive line. Best in the country in some regards. A scheme can beat a player. And the easiest example of that is Kyler Murray in the NFL. The reason he's gone nowhere anywhere in the last 4 years is because the defense has figured out how to play him. Since that time, nah, he's not been a top 10, even a top 5, not top 10 quarterback in the NFL. And Devin Dampier has the same skill set. Behind the most fantastic offensive line, can't break holes and can't break contain, and can't beat a team that it understands how to play that high block 7-8 in the box to stop one or two athletes coming at you. It's okay. It happens. It's a risk that Utah took going that direction with him. He's only a junior. He could come back next year and try again. I'm not the type that is going to sit here and just point fingers and say, oh, Utah sucked and everything. No, that's not true. Utah is a very, very good team. They beat Arizona. Arizona beat Texas Tech today. So it's the Big 12, man. It's the Big 12. The Big 12's got teams stacked all over. A bunch of them are going to have one loss. We're only week 6. It's actually week 7, but this is BYU's week 6 game. Utah's week 6 game. They have to play Colorado next week. We have to go on the road to Iowa State. So as good as we played tonight, and we played pretty good, you have to turn around in a relatively short amount of time, learn to play a different type of football that Iowa State's playing. They have a quarterback that's more mature, bigger, has a different skill set, and they have skill position players that are much better at positions than what Utah currently has. So this is not a jump on Utah thing at all. I think Utah is still a really good team. They have a chance for the playoff. I don't think there's any reason why anybody should look and go, this is, we're dead. I don't want to talk about this anymore because we'll never be in the picture again this year. That's not true. Absolutely not true. with 2 losses even, with the way the wacky ACCs worked out. Notre Dame did beat USC today. That's kind of a bummer. But yeah, I don't see more than this 2 losses for Utah. I simply don't see that happening. I mean, that's maybe not something big to worry about, but changes are going to have to be made. At Utah, I personally think Kyle Whittingham needs to retire. He needs to move along. I haven't spoken to you about this yet, but what he's doing is not stretching. It's just not getting stuff done at all. So I'll take your comments. I see right now I've only got 1 comment. A lot of people watching, but no comments. If you're on X, you can leave comments as well. Just type it in the comment section and it should pop over to the video. I see them all the time. Or do me a favor and jump over from X to our YouTube. Our YouTube is very easy to find, College Football Mafia. We pop right up, and subscribe while you're there. Follow us on Twitter. We have a whole team of experts that we cover all of college football. This weekend just happened to be Holy War weekend, so we were focusing on that a little bit. But we did talk about Big Ten mess in the money side yesterday, and I still think that's a crazy money deal. So if you want to talk about that this evening, I'm open to that as well. So I'm going to open up the phone lines. I don't have anything specific to talk about tonight. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know how you feel about how everything has gone, and where we are in college football with all the changes now. All the changes that are in college football. It's pretty insane. All right, let me start with comments first. Chris G in the house. Good to have you here, Chris G. Thank you so much. Congrats, Bomber. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Antoine Johnson checking in. I don't think Utah makes a playoff. They will need to run the table and get help. Yes, that is true. Antoine Johnson, tell me how you're feeling about beating Texas Tech. You made Texas Tech look pedestrian at times, brother. Pedestrian. Arizona State made Texas Tech look pedestrian. That's something else. Mr. Monkey says, hey, Bomber, multitasking. Okay, that's cool. Multitasting's all right. Daniel Gygax says, hi, Nate. Good to have you here, Daniel. Oh, sorry. I said I was going to open the phone lines and didn't do it. Phone lines are now open, 801-899-6203. We'll try to go rapid fire. We'll try to get through as many of these as we can, but I'd love to hear from you. 801-899-6203. Call in and tell me what your experience has been this college football weekend. Mr. Monkey says ASU stepped up today. They did. They did. I was impressed with what ASU did to Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech was bound to have that game eventually, a game like that. I wasn't sure it was going to be ASU, but I would take it as a given that going out, they're just going to run the table from here. I think BYU could beat them too. So it's really a 4-team league at this point. BYU, Utah, Texas Tech, and ASU. Antoine Johnson again says ASU actually showed up. I was disappointed in how ASU played last week. Not mad they lost. Yeah, that they did not look good last week. They were wounded last week. You could tell. Daniel Gygax has joined the Jays for a little bit. How we doing?
Yeah, hey, hold on.
What are you doing?
Sorry, my wife and kid was asking me a question about something. I will say this.
Okay.
Witt blew this game.
Okay.
He went for on 4th down how many times?
Yep.
Inside the 20.
Yes.
He could have went ahead and got some field goals.
Yeah.
And what was the margin of victory? a field goal.
Yeah, I mean it. He obviously felt like his team was good enough to just punch BYU in the face.
It, Utah Utah looked okay. BYU looked really good.
They did
And
look good. BYU did look good. Yes.
that's just the way things work tonight. Oops. Oh, there we
No,
go.
I'm trying to get here. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm also watching the Stanford football game too.
Who are they playing?
FSU. They are up
Oh,
13-3 on Florida State. The
Florida
game's in
State's only scored 3 points.
the
In
game's in
what
Palo
quarter?
Alto.
Or
Hmm.
what quarter is it?
Second. There's hold on. Trying to see how much is left. 2-minute warning.
ASU.
Yeah,
Sorry.
2-minute warning.
FSU is my disappointing team of the year for sure. I was expecting
Mm,
them to be much better. Kind of sucks.
I got it
Anyway,
as
so
Clemson.
let's talk about Texas Tech. ASU looked horrible last week. I mean,
Yes, they did.
really horrible against Utah. And everybody thought the reason they looked horrible was because Utah just made them look horrible. The same
Hmm.
Utah team comes to BYU and doesn't have near that effect. So how does ASU come back and beat Texas Tech today?
Texas Tech they looked flat. I watched probably a good half of that game. Texas Tech just did not look like Texas Tech. They didn't look like the team that was in Utah last week. They just, I don't know what it was. They just did not look like the team that was in Utah, that beat
Yeah.
Utah.
Well, maybe it's all Levitt. Levitt
It
playing
could
makes
be, yeah,
all the difference, right? It changes everything, the dynamics on the entire team.
true.
Yeah.
So they were showing in the game, and you probably saw it too, how many undefeated schools are left.
And is it like 6?
Yes.
Okay.
Navy's won. Ohio State's won.
Yeah.
Forgetting now. BYU.
Yeah.
Memphis lost today, so they're the only group of 5 team that still is undefeated is Navy.
Okay. So maybe it's less than 6.
Hold on. Now I'm going to have to look because I know I saw RG3 have that up there today.
Yeah. I will tell you this, in college football, to be undefeated through half the season anymore is a miracle.
Oh yeah.
Because the definitions between the teams used to be these huge expanses. They're
Hmm.
not now. Now they're
Okay.
little streams, and you can jump over them and easily beat the team that is supposed to be the one that would roll you.
Okay.
Excuse me.
West Point is undefeated.
Okay.
SMU is still undefeated. Of course.
Okay.
Wait a second. Hold on. Might be helpful if I get this right. There we go. Navy is undefeated. Georgia Tech is undefeated.
Oh yeah, Georgia Tech. That was another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. BYU is undefeated. Indiana and Ohio State are undefeated. I don't
Texas
think
A&M.
A&M is undefeated.
Texas A&M. That's the last
Yeah,
one. So
that was
there's
it.
7 of them.
Yeah,
There's 7 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
yeah. Because
Yeah, that's crazy.
UNLV
Crazy.
lost today.
Yeah. Yep, they did.
I'm trying to remember who else was
The
undefeated
list
that
the
lost
list I
today.
have is says Navy, Georgia Tech, BYU, Indiana,
Yeah.
OSU, and Texas A&M are all
Yes.
undefeated. So
Correct.
they've beat teams like UCLA, LSU, Iowa State, Syracuse, Utah, Texas Tech.
Correct.
So it's pretty crazy how this has all turned out. Let's quickly get to some comments here. Appreciate everybody being here tonight. If you want your comment to be read, for sure, make it a super chat. Just hit the $ next to the little comment box. pop it in there, give us a donation, and we read all those super chats. Otherwise, you're just sort of waiting for me to pull it out of a hat, and I may or may not do that. So let's see here. Antoine's there. Already did that one. Antoine, again, ASU is still not good in the red zone. Well, you have some stuff to work on, right? Levitt is a baller.
Yes, he is.
So I don't think he makes that much of a difference at Utah, but we'll never know. We'll never know. Stormy Cyclone checking in. Good to see you, Stormy. We play you at your house at 3:30. All of those things are not good for BYU. I don't want night games, and I don't want to be traveling to Ames. So you guys are going to have a real good chance to get us next
that
week.
Team is so beat up and so injured.
That's when they're scary, though. That's what they're. All right, here we go.
Call from
Caden the Diesel Freak, Nate.
Caden the Diesel Freak, how you doing?
Nathan, Daniel, it's always good to hear from you guys. How's it going tonight?
Going okay. You got about a minute.
I told y'all this past week, Utah BYU was the fight I thought it was going to be, and it screwed me once again. I was correct.
Yeah.
So you know what? I give BYU their props. I give Utah their props. They both put on a heck of a show. So I wanted to come on here, call my favorite Big 12 fans, and just say, you know what? I'm ready for y'all in the playoffs, and I can say that proudly with my ninth national championship ring on my finger, because it we're now 6-0, 7-0. I can't keep track, but other than that, I can't wait to see y'all in the playoffs. And you know what? Go Bucks and go Cougars, because it is a fact. Ohio State BYU in the playoffs, or Ohio State West Virginia in the playoffs, is going to happen. Daniel, that's the music to your ears that I know you want to hear.
Not this year. Not this year.
Not this year, but in the future, we're looking for it, right, Caden? In the future.
Listen, I'm ready to roll. So
okay.
I appreciate you gentlemen as always.
Thank you, Caden. I appreciate you. Caden's an OG around here. We appreciate him coming and participating in the show. Thank you, Caden. I really, really appreciate that. I got a quote here. Ute isn't on the show, but on Twitter, this is coming straight from Ute post game. Take this as it is. He says, honest but brutal question. Doesn't seem like Witt is going to take this squad to the elite level the fan base desires. That's the CFP. Ute seems capped. Scally is riskier, but could reach higher heights. Still think 9-3 is achievable, but the CFP dreams in 2025 seem dead. And you're talking about a guy who's pretty glasses half full. So for him to be that stark, what does that tell you, Daniel?
Witt should have took points whenever he had a chance, and he didn't. He went for the kill shot and missed. There were, like I said, that was 2 field goals that he should have went for, did not do it. I've seen a lot of coaches do it. I've seen a lot of coaches get away with it, and guess what? He didn't tonight. Witt's been there, 22 years?
Yeah, 20. Urban Meyer left in 2004, so he started in 2005.
Okay. I was at Ogden whenever that happened, by the way. I was there at the doing landing gear stuff with the C5. So I saw it on TV whenever it happened, whenever Urban Meyer left to go to Florida. So I was trying to remember what year it was. So
well, anyway, he takes, I think he thinks college football is still played 2017, 2018 style. It's not. College football has completely changed.
You got to be smart enough to know that every game points are going to be at a premium. and you can risk it if you're a big underdog. You can't risk it if you're evenly matched. You have to take points, and Witt didn't do it tonight.
All right. Phone calls open, 801-899-6203. Call in and let's talk. If you're a BYU Cougar fan or a Utah Utes fan, Texas Tech fan, we have a bunch of you guys out there. Call in and tell us what the hell happened. We have ASU fans out there too. Call in and say, how awesome was that you guys were able to beat the spot-on favorite to represent the Big 12, at least as everybody was concerned, halfway through the season. And now we know there's still a half season to play. So there's still a ton of work to do.
Florida State just scored. It is now, hold on. Oh, they're still waiting for the extra point. Hold on.
Okay. I'm just
it's 9:13.
Comments. Keep reading comments. Here we go. Let's see. Sean checking in. Let's go BYU for real. Yes, Sean, you got it. You got it. I appreciate you being here. Mr. Monkey says, can someone please beat Tech? I don't believe in them. I think Tech they don't have to play Miami this year, do they?
No. Hold on. Let me pull up
Miami.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's schedule is
favorable from the one I saw on television.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who they got left, and it's, hold on. Hold on.
Who do they play?
Okay. Next week, Syracuse has to go to Atlanta.
Okay.
NC State.
Okay.
Boston College.
Oh, geez.
Okay. Pitt.
Maybe.
That's
who else?
Not that great of a Pitt team. Then Georgia.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But that's a non-con. So
yeah, it's only 2 games. Even if at the very outside, I only see 2 games they may lose.
Yeah,
that's
Georgia. Like I said, that Georgia team's pretty good.
Yeah, let's not worry about that game right now. All we know is Georgia Tech doesn't have the toughest schedule going in. BYU has a much more difficult schedule going in.
Correct.
But great to have you here, Stormy. He reminds everyone Miami went down last night. That was a shocker.
Yes.
Louisville stepped up, played Louisville ball, something we hadn't seen all year. And Carson Beck, it was 4 or 5 interceptions, whatever. That'll lose you football games. That's why he left Georgia, is because he had 3, 4, 5 interception games. So evidently that bug's not cured. Devil Frog checking in saying, don't mind me, I'm just here to see Texas Tech meat riders cope with the loss of those overhyped sand Aggies. Maybe they lost because they can't throw their stupid tortillas anymore. You think that's if that's the reason, I will laugh.
No, well, no, that game was in Tempe, Arizona, so
it wouldn't have mattered. They used to travel, throw it. Anyway, Sean again says, loved how Jay Hill pulled into coverage, make Dampier pass the ball. That's what we said he had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Sean. That's what we said he had to do when we were in the preseason. First time we saw Bear Bachmeier in spring. We're like, this kid's going to be good. All he needs is a defense that can keep everything in front of him. And Jay Hill is a wizard. The easiest, the best DC in the country, in my opinion. And I think we're going to lose him. But FF18 Buffs, again, congrats, Nathan. BYU is grinding out crazy wins. It's the Big 12, so BYU could lose 3 or all 4 of their next games. Iowa State, Texas Tech, TCU, and Cincy, and can beat the Cougs. Let's see. And all beat the Cougs, and 3 are away. Gauntlet. I don't know. Cincinnati's a tough game.
God, they look so good.
They're all a good game. A good game. It's not easy, any one of those. No, Utah just has the emotional component. That's all that is about. Stormy again. Ole Miss went down also.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, they lost to
Yeah,
Georgia. They were undefeated. I forgot.
that's
I forgot
crazy
about Ole
talk.
Miss. Yeah.
That's crazy. We are taking super chats if we're going through this tonight. We'll go about an hour. So we will read all super chats and continue to make comments and take calls to the top of the hour. And then I'll leave you guys all alone. You can get off to do whatever else you're going to do on your late Saturday evening. Phone number is 801-899-6203. Call in right now and let's talk about anything you want to talk about. Mr. Monkey says, if the season ended right now, the Big 12 championship would be BYU Cincinnati. Two of the first four first Big 12 ads. This conference is crazy.
BYU wouldn't be a shocker. Cincinnati is.
Yeah, Cincinnati is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
because
a
a lot of
surprise.
people said
Sure.
BYU, even with the quarterback turnover and bringing in a true freshman,
Yeah.
they had enough with running backs. They had a good enough offensive line, and that defense is rock solid.
Just
they
don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's exactly right.
Cincinnati's just completely came out of nowhere.
Yeah, they came out of nowhere. Yep. DB Cougar, Bear goes beast mode. He did at the end of the game there. They wanted to rely and get a good 10 yards. They just let Bear Bachmeyer run right at the middle, right over linebackers and free safeties. I still question that, and I don't know if it's a long-term strategy, but it is winning games. So
yeah,
we'll have to see. Devil Frog again. TCU has West Virginia, Iowa State, BYU, University of Houston, and Cincinnati. Let's talk about Houston for a minute. I watched some of Houston, and I was embarrassed that nobody was at that game. Just embarrassed. It looks like a high school stadium filled 2/3. What is going on there in Houston? Are they ever going to turn the corner? Or are they always going to be the commuter school that really cannot compete in the rest of Texas?
Well, the problem is, even whenever they were in the old Southwest Conference and Conference USA, and we can go on back on that, the American. Houston has always had the Coug High moniker. They've always been known as that commuter school that couldn't draw flies.
Call from
Stormy Cyclone.
Stormy Cyclone, how you doing, brother?
I am good, I guess. I was harvesting the day, listening to a lot of these games on YouTube. You know, I hate to say this, but I listened to the Georgia Ole Miss game. I listened to a couple other ones. And it rained just in time for me to get home to watch Utah and BYU. So it took me away from the harvest. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, a lot of upsets, which anymore isn't that uncommon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All with the, the revenue sharing and all the NIL and transfer portal. I guess it's come, but the Big 12 itself again today. I couldn't believe Texas Tech got beat. You know what I mean? I can, just because it's the Big 12. It's what we do, you know? I mean, so, but congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And BYU fans. And Daniel, I didn't expect that either today from West Virginia. I thought that might be a real toss-up game. I was kind of surprised at that one a little bit. I don't want to be a downer, but that's a tough one. You know,
this team is.
But anyway, basketball season's about around the corner too. Scrimmages going on and things like that. I see too. So.
Yeah, that's true.
But what's your thoughts on all the upsets that happened? Just even like Nebraska getting beat last night. You know, but Minnesota, I guess they 8-6 in a row. I guess I'm kind of learning to expect that anymore too.
My thoughts are that the elite teams from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s that just go year after year, stacking talent year after year and winning. Those days are gone, in my estimation. I think now we're at a point where every year, every conference could be turned upside down from top to bottom, and it's going to be extremely hard for the few elite brands to stay above the fray. If your school can sort of stay above the bubbles, you're going to be good, and you're going to be good for a long time. But if you're a school that is up, pokes its head up, and that gets dragged underwater for a little while, pokes its head up again, that's where you're going to get your 2-3 stretches where you fire a coach and you don't have as much success. You have to be able to stay above the noise.
I was thinking something similar to that today when I was combining. Like, you realize what the CFP could. I mean, if you got, like, let's just say a Vanderbilt, Indiana.
Yeah.
Teams that you would never think of, and teams that you would think would be there that ain't in there. Like,
Yep.
how great is this? You know what I mean? And
It's awesome.
I just hope it don't get wrecked by bowling from a couple conferences. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. Right now, we know the Big Ten's trying to eat itself alive, right? I still have questions if that's going to get done. But that's just one of many issues that are out there. So you have holiday bowls flying overseas trying to get the PIF fund in Saudi Arabia to underwrite them. And I mean, there's just not enough money to go around.
I kind of thought that was kind of neat at first that, Iowa State would go over to Ireland and play and all that kind of stuff and kick off. You know what? I hope we never have to do it again.
Yeah.
Even though we won. You know what I mean? It was just, you could just see it, just where, the week after they looked about as good as I've ever seen them. And then it just got gradually worse until we got beat. Cincinnati is a good team, but man, that game against Colorado, I just couldn't stomach that. They just aren't that great a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we had a lot of injuries too. It's just, that's what I'm concerned with the Cyclones is who's our trainer? I mean, this is 2 seasons in a row that has been just devastated by injuries that just kill the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, you lose 2 all-conference corners, and then you're placing a 3rd string kicker out there that changes your whole game plan, and I'm tired of it. Something's got to change, I mean, I don't know if it's the water or whatever, but something's got to change there,
Yeah, I hear you.
Anyway, I'll let somebody else call in. I just want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
I know Ute's probably not feeling very good about it right now, but you guys put on a heck of a show Friday when I was listening to you guys in the camp. I was really, you guys had a good time, and that's what I like to hear. You know what I mean? You guys had a good time doing your show. So anyway, congrats to all, and good night to you.
Good night to you too. Thank you so much, Stormy. Appreciate you.
You bet.
Claps you out, brother. Thank you so much for calling in. Great comments, and everything he said I could not agree with more. I think transfer portal and NIL and profit sharing have changed college football. You were wanting to say something there. You mentioned West Virginia.
Oh, talk about Iowa State being injured. West Virginia on the original 2 deep for the offensive line has 6 injured.
Mm-hmm.
They played QB4 today.
Yeah, that's rough.
And QB5.
Yeah.
Running back of the original depth chart, they went from, I think they had 5 on the depth chart. They have 2.
Yeah.
I mean, and
trainers are the unheralded heroes in
and
locker
I was
room.
hoping maybe a 6-6 if things went great, maybe Mayo Bowl or Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yeah, I don't think so this year.
They're 2-5.
Uh-huh.
They might go down with the 1978 WVU team with 9 losses. They went 2-9 that year.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
You know who the coach was?
I don't.
Frank Cignetti.
Okay. Earl Carr, $5 super chat, and a valuable member of the College Football Mafia family. How sweet it is, Bomber, 3 in a row against the team up north. No, I don't call them that. I just call them Utah. We beat the University of Utah, and that's it. No other
That
way to
team up
put it.
north is Michigan.
Thank you so much, Earl Carr. You and me both, brother. BYU is it right now in the state of Utah and in the Big 12. You cannot deny 2 years in a row BYU being in this position. 7-0. There's only 5 games left. Tough games, but winnable games, all of them. We will have to see. This next game against Iowa State this next weekend is a trap game. Comes after a very hard-fought Holy War game. And the kids might be tired. So Iowa State has every opportunity to be able to jump them. Just letting the world know. Anyway, get to some more comments here. Mr. Monkey says, Wild Ute will soon be enjoying some of Skyline's famous cinnamon-flavored chili. Yeah, man. I was all for like wearing hats and doing other things. This Skyline chili bet. You guys are going to have to hold him accountable to it because I'm not going to.
You can get it from Amazon.
Yeah, no joke. Clint Moses says players see their trainers more than their head coach. Yeah, I'm sure that's true, especially nowadays. People get injured so often, so easy. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I've been trying to tell you this for 2 years, Bomber. What? Trying to tell me what, Sean? I'm not sure what you were trying to tell me, but if it's good, I believe it. If it's bad, I don't. Oh, gosh, let's get to some more comments. Clint Moses, good win, BYU. I left feeling like neither team was all that great. Both won't win Big 12. Okay. All right. If the score would have been reversed and Utah had won, you'd be crowning all over him, Clint. Be honest.
Let's say Witt would have went and kicked those field goals whenever he should have, instead of going for it on 4th. That would change the game.
Well, it doesn't necessarily win the game, but it does change how
but
the
it would
game is
change
played.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. C. John says, don't sleep on UH. They have a very favorable schedule.
Yes.
The only reason I'm mad at UH is they can't get fans in their stands.
Yeah.
If you're not a real football program, you can't let me put it this way. Until you put fans in the stands, you're not a real football program. It's horrible look when the TV camera looks up and checks the scans the stands, and there's like 40%, if that, of the seats occupied for a home game against a team that's only got 2 losses. It's not like you were playing West Virginia.
Thanks.
I'm just saying. People go where there's interest. Anyway, I don't know. Call in now. I've got probably 15 minutes left. 801-899-6203. Call in now and talk to me, or do a super chat. That'll keep me around a little bit longer as well. Let me keep going, not marking comments. Buffs. Hey, Stormy, sorry, Colorado had 9 starters hurt in our game against you. So we are banged up too. Our depth, especially freshman, sophomore, is fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's talking about Colorado.
Iowa State had an offensive lineman do kickoffs last week. That's how far on the depth chart they are.
That's rough. That's rough. That's rough. Oh boy, that is rough. Devil Frog. Wild Ute said Hoover wasn't any good because he couldn't carry the team, but Baylor and Robertson needed multiple rain delays just to compete. Yeah, who won that game eventually? 6 hours later.
Oh God.
TCU Baylor. Do you know who? I think it was TCU that won, right?
I'm trying to remember the final score. Yeah, 42-36 TCU won.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So TCU wins in a shootout. Yeah. There's multiple rain delays. Lightning delays. Yeah. They extended the game. Really, those delays just kill the momentum. It sucks. happened last week at BYU or at Arizona with BYU. Just kills it, and changes the game dynamic completely. So it sucks they had to go through that, but TCU outlasted them. So
I think Hoover's a good
he's
quarterback.
a good quarterback. He is a good
I wouldn't put him
quarterback.
in like the top 10, like top 10 quarterbacks in America, but I think that
a lot of people
he's
have him there.
good.
Him
Yeah.
and Robertson.
Yeah.
I don't think either one's played to that level though.
But they're pretty good. I mean, they play better than Arch Manning. They had to go
For
into
a while.
overtime.
Arch Manning's better now, I think.
They went into overtime against Kentucky.
Yeah, but he's throwing the ball now.
Kentucky. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I get what you're saying though. I do appreciate what you're saying. The Devils saying the final score should have been 42-21. Evidently, that means they came back and got a couple quick touchdowns on TCU, but it wasn't enough. So Baylor goes down, TCU goes up. And if we look at the records in the Big 12, see if I can pull them up really quick. Big 12 standings. Oops. All right. So right now it's BYU, Texas Tech, Cincinnati, Utah, Arizona State. This is based on conference.
Yes.
And non-conference games. Houston, Baylor, Iowa State 2-2, 2-2. Kansas is 2-2. K-State is 2-2. Arizona's 1-3. TCU is 2-2. Colorado 1-3. They play Utah next week. UCF is 1-3. West Virginia's 0-4, and Oklahoma State's 0-4. Combined, BYU 7-0, Texas Tech 6-1, Cincinnati 6-1, Utah 5-2, Arizona State 5-2, Houston is 6-1. Not sure whether they're not up total points or his overall record. Oh, it's because they have 2 losses.
Yes.
And they only have 1. Okay.
Yes.
So Houston, and then Baylor is 4-3. Iowa State's 5-2. Kansas is 4-3. Kansas State's 3-4. Arizona's 4-3. 5-2. TCU, which again is behind because of its conference record. Colorado, who's starting to figure it out. UCF starting to play some good ball, and then West Virginia and Oklahoma State. Have you guys played each other yet?
We don't play this year.
Okay, that's maybe a good thing.
No, I don't know. Maybe WVU might actually get a win.
Yeah, maybe.
This is WVU's remaining. TCU at Houston, Colorado, and Colorado's looked better.
Yes.
Arizona State, and the last game of the year is Texas Tech and Morgantown. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. Hey, magical stuff happens in Morgantown. Come on now. You guys get, there's an opportunity there.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably maybe. It depends on Colorado. I mean, they've looked hit or miss. Arizona State's looked really good. So if you look at the
really bad.
Yeah, but they've looked really good. Houston's Willie Fritz is doing a great job. I thought he was 1 year away. I thought it was going to be year 3. He was going to end up absolutely just busting loose. And this year he's doing really good.
He's got a remaining schedule that he's gonna have to beat some teams though. He's not gonna end up like 8-4, 7-5 is about his ceiling, I think.
Yeah, but 9-3 would still be. I mean,
I don't
still be pretty
see
good.
How they can get 9-3.
They're 6-1 right now.
Yeah. Well, We'll see. Ends of seasons can destroy seasons. Believe me, I know by personal
I
experience.
know that.
Devil Frog,
No.
the Big 12 title game will be decided the last week of the season.
Yes.
I still believe either Utah or BYU will be in the title game. Who they're playing against at this point is a little unclear. Texas Tech was the presumptive, but now ASU found a way to beat them, and everybody else can look at that tape and say, oh, okay, maybe we can do something different here.
Yeah, but it's one loss, so they might be able to bounce back. Let's say it's a
sure.
Let's say
Sure
it's
they
a
can.
12. Let's say it's a 12-0 BYU versus 11-1 Texas Tech. No, wait a second. You guys play Tech.
We have to play Tech. Yep.
Okay. So
Yeah.
might be
So one of
two.
us is going to take a loss there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And what people I think 2 days ago would have said absolutely Texas Tech's going to just roll through the rest of their schedule. Now the way they lose at Arizona, not great. Did not look good at ASU. Lose a game that they shouldn't have, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The world will go to school on that film, and they'll
of
figure
course.
out what
Yeah.
they did and try to duplicate it. Not to say everybody can, because everybody's talent lies other places. But BYU's defense showed it again tonight. Elite defense that can scheme to beat almost any offense you can put in front of them. So, 3-year plan, Daniel. Patience, my guy.
Yeah, but we've gone
plan.
through. I've gone through 3 and 4 year plans before
I
with
know you have.
WVU.
I know.
It's ugly.
You've done it too many. You've done the plan too many times.
Yeah.
Devil Frog, Willie knows ball. There you go.
Yes, he does.
Willie Fritz knows ball. And also, the new Big 12 is far more entertaining. Yes, it is.
It's fun.
It's a lot better than it was just play no defense and just throw the ball over the place and really get no respect in the national. The reason people in the nation are paying attention to the Big 12 is because we're playing defense and we're beating people with our heads and our tactics and the skill of our players. It's not the same as it was 5 years ago with Oklahoma and Texas. So, all right, that I've gotten through. There's only one super chat. I don't have any other super chats or phone calls. I'll ask one last time, 801-899-6203 if you want to call in. Join the show. That would be great. If not, then we'll just check out of here. There's no reason to belabor this. This is just give people an opportunity to vent one way or the other. I think we've had a good portion of most to come in. I'm not surprised there's no Utah fans in here. It doesn't surprise me in the least. They are very upset right now.
Did you go to the game?
No, I don't think so. Unless he got a ticket last minute.
Okay.
We talked about going, and the tickets were $400 a piece. So
that would do
he or I could go. So, all right. Well, without any other ado, I think we're going to check out of here. So, programming note: tomorrow night, it'll be Moen and hopefully Rock and Rant. We'll have to see if he shows up because of his Miami Hurricanes loss. I'm sure he probably will. But that'll be entertaining. Certainly talk more Big Ten nonsense. Shake up in the AP Top 25 is coming. And then this next week is lead up to it's on week 8 coming up. It's just insane how fast these weeks are going by. I will not be in town until Thursday night next week. I'm going to be working, so there won't be a show from me early this next week. Moen or you might decide to do something, but I am not, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
But I'll be on Twitter and I'll be communicating. You guys need anything from me, just send me a DM on Twitter. Happy to read it, happy to go through it and engage, and I'll get any information that you guys think you want to know more information about. I'll chase it down for you. A few more comments. Thanks, guys. Congrats, Bomber. Thank you, Monkey. Appreciate it. Devil Frog, the TCU Baylor game lasted 5 hours, 52 minutes. That's unwatchable. Yeah. That's when you go home at about the 4-hour limit.
Yeah.
Kevin K says, congrats, BYU and ASU. Great additions to the Big 12. And he's from KSU. Thank you so much, Kevin. We do believe we're a good addition. Well, I know BYU thinks it's a good addition to the Big 12. We're here to stay. We want to win and raise the whole conference up. Stormy Cyclone. Bomber and Daniel, what score surprised you the most this weekend?
Oh, Louisville, Miami.
Yeah, I would agree with
Louisville
that.
winning that one.
Yeah, I agree so.
That one just shocked me.
And it was Friday night, and it was
Louisville's
just like
5-1.
I know, it's crazy.
Insane.
I had just been making fun of Louisville, actually.
Or wait, are they 6-1? Let me double check.
I had Louisville like third in the conference.
Yeah, they're 5-1. I couldn't remember if they were 5-1 or 6-1.
I think it's fantastic, Louisville being good. I think that's great. It's good for college football.
Yeah.
It's bad for Miami. I feel bad for Rock. They deserve. Miami needs to get to the playoff. That's all I'm saying. Just get them there. Fergie again says Nathan will be sleeping with a smile tonight. Yes, I'll actually sleep well. I promise you. And last comment here, Devil Frog, is that right? Lightning or power problems? It was lightning. Yep. Lightning was the delays on that, Stormy. And then Mr. Monkey says it will be interesting to see how far Tech falls. To me, they should be stick pretty high. Played a backup QB against Game ASU on the road and almost won. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think
they were 7th.
I think they'll be 11.
I think that they fall farther than that.
They could. I think BYU could be in the top 10.
Probably 10th.
9 or 10.
I can see BYU at 10th, and I can see Tech fall into probably 15th. They were 7th.
Yeah, maybe that far. I was thinking 12
15th.
or 13, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Kevin K says, love seeing Les at night. What an atmosphere. If you guys ever have a chance, it is a bucket list trip. You don't have to like BYU. You don't even have to like the team they're playing, but you come here, especially in October for a football game. It is an experience that will stick with you the rest of your life. It is the most beautiful surroundings. The show is 5-star. It's better than most NFL broadcasts, and the entertainment they give for the fans is incredible. And then the game atmosphere, it's the best. If you've been here and you've seen it, you understand. Daniel's been here for basketball.
Been there for a basketball
and
game,
he knows what a basketball game feels like. Imagine a basketball game has 18, 19,000 people. You times that by 4 into a football stadium, and it's next level. So, all right. Well, I appreciate it, everybody. Thanks, Daniel, for coming on, spend some time with me tonight.
No problem.
Everybody have a great weekend. Watch Moen and Rock and Rant tomorrow night, 8 Eastern, and it should be a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of shucking and jiving going back and forth, but I think at the end of the day, you'll get some entertainment out of it. I want to thank Daniel Gygax, and I am Bomber of the College Football Mafia. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you could, and my phone's still open if you wanted to call me, 801-899-6203. I'll sit here for another minute while I explain my out. If you want to call in, I'll talk to you. 801-899-6203. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, turn on your notifications on YouTube and Twitter. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know how we're doing. Leave a comment and give us the thumbs up on the YouTube dinger. And last but not least, if you're on X, do us a favor. Just open up. You don't have to close X. Just open up a YouTube app and just search for College Football Mafia and hit the subscribe button. Helps us convert some of those people that watch on X over to YouTube. All right. I am out here. He is Daniel. I am Bomber, and this is the College Football Mafia Network, and this has been Bomber's Blitz After Show. Instant reactions to BYU beating the Mighty Utes by 3 tonight. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.